Welcome back to the GYMLESS program. It is Wednesday, the 20th of May. For today's session, we're going to be looking at full body strength endurance work.
For your A work today, it's going to be the same amount of reps that you completed last week, but in a very different training stimulus. You're going to complete for quality anywhere between 40 to 80 horizontal pulling variations, followed by 40 to 80 push-ups, followed by 60 to 100 alternating reverse lunges. Now, the reason there's such a big rep range is because everyone has different forms of equipment. So if you have something like the aqua bag, which Tammy is going to demonstrate with today, it can obviously get quite heavy, so you might want to work towards the lower end of a rep scheme. If you have a light dumbbell or kettlebell or a backpack, then maybe you work towards a higher end of a rep scheme. Whatever rep scheme you choose, we would like you to complete that amount of reps in a maximum of 6 sets. So we're going to talk about a horizontal pulling variation first, which Tammy is going to make a bent over row. Notice how her hands are neutral. She's going to hinge at the hip and she's going to row up and back down. Remember, we want to apply some sort of control to the movement. Don't think of your body as a rubber band. Let's make sure we have some sort of time under tension. After she's done her pulling variation work, remember she has to complete 40 to 80 before she moves to her push-ups. She'll then move to her push-ups. Tammy will demonstrate these as a full variation. So her hands on the floor, feet on the floor, chest and hips lower down to the floor at the same time. Now remember, if you are a beast at push-ups, you can always create a deficit. We won't demonstrate that right now, but for example, if you have pads or books, put your hands up onto that, or if you have 2 dumbbells, use your dumbbells as a little deficit. After you've done that work, we'll then go into your alternating reverse lunges. So Tammy's gonna do this one with the bag on her back. So she'll clean up the aqua bag, stick it on her back, set herself, and it's an alternating reverse lunge. Stepping back, touching the back knee to the floor, straight back up. That'll be 1, up, 2, down and up. You can see the stability is challenging her. 1 more. Again, completing all this work in a maximum of 6 sets of work. For your B work, every 3.5 minutes for 4 sets. Tammy's going to step backwards so she comes into the camera like that in a tall kneeling position. She will complete 12 to 20 tall kneeling bag overhead presses using the aqua bag. Now obviously this is quite a heavy object and it's unstable, so Tammy will probably just go for the 12 reps here. After she's completed her overhead press, she'll drop the bag to the floor and she'll reset herself by standing up and then going into her 2-arm bicep curls. Now with the bag, it's easy to do the 2-arm curls. If you have a single dumbbell or kettlebell, just squeeze in on the object or on the backpack. Curling out, she'll do 2 more reps. That's not a light object at all. That's a 20-kilo aqua bag she's curling. After she's done 12 to 20 bicep curls, she'll then go into a 15 feet elevated glute hip thrust. So in the glute hip thrust, she'll lie on her back on the floor. Her feet will go up onto an elevated surface. And from there, we're driving the hips up into the air as high as we can. If it's easy, she can always stick an object on her hips, whether it be a dumbbell, kettlebell, or the aqua bag. Hips go up, control back down. Drive back up and back down and rest. For the last piece of your work today, your C work is a 6-minute EMOM, 15 to 20 knees over toe calf raises. So notice how Tammy's knees remain bent the whole time. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can just place your fingertips on the wall. Remember, we are trying to look like Michael Jackson here, and we are trying to induce cramp in those calves. Once you've done your 15 to 20 reps, the next minute you'll go into your 15 to 20 wall-assisted tibialis raise. We want your quads squeezed tight. Slap your quads, Tammy. Those are tight. Toes are pulling up towards the shins and back down. Remember, the tibialis is the muscle on the front of your shin. Again, we're trying to induce cramp there as much as you can. Pull those toes up as hard as possible.
And that's a wrap for your Wednesday session. Enjoy your active recovery tomorrow, and we'll see you on Friday.